So here we are on the first day of October, and it's been a good sports day, right? I mean, our two divisional tie-breaking baseball games, both of which were pretty good. We're in the middle of a barn burner here on Monday Night Football, so all in all, I'd say we're off to a good start for October, sports-wise anyway. So we have a few things we're going to break tonight. It'll be a half case of mini helmets. What else? A triple play baseball box, a case of National Treasures baseball, and a case of Bowman Chrome. So we're going to be plenty busy this evening. Before we get started, there is some information to go over. So let's get rolling with that up first. This is the last night I'm going to put this up. If you guys have any interest in it, if we gain any traction on it this evening, I'll keep working towards it. If we don't, then I'll just kind of bail on this and we'll go back to breaking the half cases on eBay and we won't worry about doing anything direct. So if you do want in on this, let me know tonight. Otherwise, we've just got the one person filling in 3 spots of 32. So for whatever reason, maybe you guys just aren't feeling this one as a direct break. But if you are, let me know if you want in. It's a random team break. It would be for a full case of Flawless Collegiate Football as opposed to the half case breaks of that I'm listing on eBay. I would also include an autographed Saquon Barkley jersey as a break bonus, $85 a spot, or 3 for $225. 4 or more, same as $75 per spot. And of course it comes out Wednesday. So yeah, if we don't see some major traction tonight, we'll probably just bail out on that direct break and keep it up on eBay. So moving on, feedback, guys. I have that set to be completely automated on eBay. I do that so that you don't ever have to wait on me. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return. And of course, the most important thing there is to say thank you, because I do appreciate you stopping by to bid and break and chat and hang out with me. Right now, we're taking a look at breaks that are listed on eBay. So the first break I was talking about was a direct break not sold on eBay. These things are all listed on eBay. Tomorrow night, we'll open a half case of Gold Rush autographed baseball jerseys, a full case of Bowman High Tech, and another case of Bowman Chrome. On Wednesday, it is a huge new release day on Wednesday, and we're going to open a massive amount of stuff, and we're going to start a half hour earlier at 9:30. It'll be a full case of Topps Archive Signature Series retired players, a full case of Impeccable Basketball, a half case of Flawless Collegiate Football, and a master case of Illusions Football, which is 2 8-box inner cases together in a bigger box to make a master case. It's going to have 80 hits, and that case, is priced over $2,000 just for the case itself. So it should be a good one, the Illusions. It's going to be a long break, kind of, but it's going to be worth it, I think. Thursday night, we'll open a half case of Leaf autographed jerseys. That'll be the start of a new case. We'll open more Flawless Collegiate, more Impeccable, and more Archive Signature Series. On Friday night, it will be mini helmets again, Flawless Collegiate, National Treasures Baseball again, and Bowman Chrome again. On Saturday, we're also going to start early on Saturday night at 9:30. We're going to open a Hit Parade autographed baseball glove, another half case of our Hit Parade autographed baseball jerseys. We're going to open a Hit Parade full-size football helmet, more Flawless Collegiate Football, and a master case of Upper Deck Goodwin Champions, which is, I think I listed all those guys in the baseball category. But if you're not familiar with Goodwin Champions, it's got all kinds of different athletes and sports in there. I mean, including Ben Simmons and Michael Jordan and Ohtani, Tiger Woods, Serena Williams, Wayne Gretzky. That's just a handful of Miles Bridges, the rookie basketball player. That's a handful of those Upper Deck exclusive athletes, and we'll find them in that Upper Deck Goodwin Champions break. So we'll open up a master case of it as well. Sorry, guys, for the throat clearing. And now we're up to tonight's break. So we have a couple of free shipping breaks, a couple of paid shipping breaks. Free stuff, usually I project out to go out 6 or 7 days after an auction ends. Sometimes I get it out sooner. But we're projecting the mini football helmets and the triple play baseball box items to go out the door a week from today, Monday the 8th. And often, as I said, I am able to get them out sooner, but plan on that. Be happy if you see it go sooner. Paid shipping breaks tonight. That's National Treasures Baseball and Bowman Chrome Baseball. Projecting those to get out the door on Friday. Slight chance I might be able to get those out sooner, but plan on Friday, and we'll hope for faster, but we'll plan on Friday. And in any of the breaks you're in tonight, if your team is not pulled, you don't get anything at all pulled from the box for your team, you are still entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year in any series, and I track it for a rolling 90-day period. If you're in one of the paid shipping breaks like National Treasures or Bowman Chrome, and you get blanked in that and you don't pull a single card, your consolation cards would ship out with the rest of the breaks, since those are paid shipping breaks. Our free shipping breaks, those I typically hold the consolation cards until the next time you do hit something, and then I just kind of send them all out at once. But if you're in one of those free shipping breaks and you don't want to wait for your next package to go out, all you need to do is send me a message on eBay and I will be happy to get you taken care of, okay? So first up this evening is going to be a half case, which is 4 boxes of 2018 Leaf Autograph Mini Football helmets. This is break number 4. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Monday night, October 1st. I cannot believe we are this close to the holidays already. Like, it's crazy how quickly the time has gone by. Of course, you see their team names are on the left-hand side. Your name is up in lights across from your team on the right-hand side if you happen to be the winning bidder tonight. And a new spreadsheet goes up before every break. So if you're not in this one, not to worry. We'll have one up there before your break. You'll get to see your name pretty soon. You notice there the background went a little bit out of focus. That was me. I did that on purpose. I don't like using autofocus, so I don't. That's pretty much what happens. I don't like it, so I don't do it. And when I change it, that's what happens. So our 4 mini helmets, these are the back half of a case that we started, I don't know, recently. And so that's why we don't have to take them all out and number them. And if you're wondering why they're numbered on the end, well, that's why. When we started a brand new case, I take them all out, number them on the end. We use random.org to determine which ones are opened in the first part of the break versus which ones we open later, which of course later in this instance is tonight for this case. I see King Greg Wins is here. Hey, King Greg. Greg is here. Geo's here. Minnesota is here. Skol. Are you a Vikings fan, Minnesota? Minnesota, you are asking me eBay auctions for all, which I'm not entirely sure, Minnesota, that I know what your question was asking me about. Were you asking me about the break schedule that I had put up there, or something different? Minnesota, you said that you would pay extra for rush shipping. Well, you know what? Here's the thing, guys. Normally, I send these out by the break, right? So, you know, if I send somebody else out early, then it means somebody else's break would have to be pushed back, right? So I normally just kind of get them out in the order that they break, both for the free shipping stuff and the paid shipping stuff. It's just that I have a schedule for each one. But Minnesota, if we get something for you tonight and you have a special need, you let me know and we'll get it worked out, okay? This just made somebody's night, because you know who that is? Oh yes, that's your rookie Sam Darnold. And I know he got off to a hot start and he's slowed down a little bit, but that's because they got nobody around him. He's going to be fine, don't you worry. There is a Beckett authenticated sticker on the back. You've got a Beckett COA kind of tucked way down inside there. And the most important part, that's Sam Darnold autograph on that helmet for the Jets. So congratulations to the Jets. Bills Mafia is in the house. Yeah, Bills Mafia. We have the Giants. It's a New York kind of night. This is a throwback helmet. It is Y.A. Tittle. JSA authenticated on the back. JSA authenticated inside there as well. So Giants and Jets both rocking and rolling so far. Here come the Raiders to spoil the party for the New York contingent. It is Tim Brown, and it is Leaf authenticated, looks like. There's our Leaf hologram sticker, and we should have, you can kind of see it trapped in there, but there is a Leaf authenticated kind of credit card size dealio down inside that box. These helmets just don't fit in this little space that I have. I'm always trying to stack them where you can see them all, and it just doesn't work out very well. Miami Dolphins take home our next hit. It's a throwback with Bob Greasy, and it is also Leaf authenticated. There's your Leaf hologram sticker on the back, and hiding way down there in the bottom is your Leaf authenticated credit card size COA. All right. So here we go. That is a recap. Dolphins, Bob Greasy. And you know, Minnesota, one thing I should have said differently to you too. If it would only be possible to even think about really moving you up if we were talking about the memorabilia breaks. I didn't even think about that. If you're talking about the card breaks, not really much way to move that up because the whole break has to be sorted, you know, and shipped kind of together. That's the Raiders and Tim Brown. So, you know, for me to stop and sort and ship and do an entirely other break ahead of people who have been waiting, that I wouldn't be able to do. I should have clarified that. But because we were opening mini helmets, I kind of had, you know, memorabilia in my head. That is Y.A. Tittle and the Giants. But yeah, memorabilia stuff, you know, depending on what it is, I might be able to help you out with occasionally from time to time. But the card stuff, it does always kind of go out in order because that's, you know, that's the right way to do it. We got other people that are in line, so to speak, too. That is Sam Darnold, Beckett authenticated for the Jets. The New York Jets. Timothy, you were looking for Josh Rosen. I'm sorry we didn't find your Josh Rosen tonight. But you know what I did see? And I had not seen this until tonight at the start of Monday Night Football. And they put up the video of it. Was Josh Rosen getting sacked or tackled or whatever it was. And then he asks the opposing player to, like, help him up. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute but sad all at the same time. Poor guy. He's a rookie. He's not used to the rough and tumble world of the NFL. They don't help you up there, and they might help you out in college, but they're not going to help you up there. All right, if you did not see this a moment ago, please take a second and review the information that you see there on the screen. It gives you anticipated shipping dates for both our free and paid shipping breaks tonight and has information about consolation cards up there at the top if your team is not one that is pulled. 2018 Hit Parade Triple Play Baseball Box Break number 14. And of course, same as guys, we've got team names on one side and winning bidder user IDs are across from it there on the other side. And I see Toby said he's here tonight and there were no Steelers. And so I guess that makes Toby happy. Toby doesn't like it, guys, when we have memorabilia breaks and we pull Steelers. He swears that I pull 75% Steelers. I promise you I don't. But Toby does not like it when we pull Steelers, so he's happy that he's here tonight and didn't have to see any Steelers come out of the mini helmets. So I guess we'll call that a win for you then, Toby. And Randy's here. Hi, Randy. William is here. Oh, Minnesota, you're looking for some Twins and Vikings stuff for your son's room in your new house. Okay. Well, that would always be, oh man, that is a gigantic picture in here. Let me just start off by saying that picture is like massively larger than any other picture that we have pulled anytime recently. Like, I don't even know what I'll ship that in. That is gigantic. So let's just, is that like 11 by 16? Let's see what this actually is. It is, yeah, I guess it is 11. Isn't it handy that I have all this stuff here? It's actually like 11 by 14, but still, I don't have any envelopes or anything big enough for that, so we'll have to probably go buy something to ship this. It is for the Cubs, and there is your David Adams authentication on the back, or the card. There's the sticker for David Adams on the back, and the Cubbies with our gigantic photograph hit out of Triple Play. Quite large. Next, Ryan Mountcastle is our baseball. You know, I have the hardest time remembering Ryan Mountcastle. I'm going to have to go look it up because I really don't remember it. JSA authentication sticker, DA authentication. There's our Future Stars. So it's a nice Futures ball. I always like when we get those. And there's your David Adams paper certificate. We don't have a JSA paper certificate, but of course, you can always look it up on their website using that little sticker there, which is what I would typically recommend. There's one more look at your signature before I put this back in its spot. We'll get Ryan put away. Let me look him up real quick too, since I'm having a brain freeze for a moment and I can't think where he goes. And I should know it, and I kind of do know it. And as soon as I see it, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, how did I forget that? But for the moment, I can't remember it, so I do have to look it up. Like, I always want to say like Giants or Orioles or some team that I don't watch very often, but I don't know if that's right or not. I do, though, watch the Orioles occasionally. And he is an Oriole, as a matter of fact. His parent club is the Orioles. So Ryan Mountcastle for the Orioles. And somebody, oh man, is somebody just hitting it big right now. You know who this flashy jersey is? There's your TriStar. Oh yes, friends, that's Ken Griffey. Yes, it is. And you want to know what's even better than it being Ken Griffey? And there's your TriStar authentication, as if it could be better than the fact that it's Ken Griffey. Oh yes, it's an official MLB jersey. We're not messing around with any custom jersey tonight. We have an authentic Mariners MLB jersey. Oh, look at that, from the Hall of Fame induction patch on the edge, man. Ken Griffey Jr. and the Mariners. That makes my night, because I love Ken Griffey Jr. Like, who really, frankly, doesn't like Ken Griffey Jr.? I'm sure there are people that don't, but I don't know any. So there's your nice signature. The Mariners hit big with the Ken Griffey Jr. We had the gigantic picture for the Cubs, which I'll have to rig together, go buy some giant envelope or something to get that out the door. And then the Ryan Mountcastle autographed baseball for the Orioles is what we end up with tonight. Randy's laughing that I had a tape measure within reach. You guys would be surprised all the things I have here on my work table, because I use it for sorting and shipping and all kinds of things. I got a ton of stuff on my work table. But I guess it is a little unusual to have a tape measure within reach, huh? Oh, well. You know, always prepared, as Randy says. Latchman, we are breaking Opulence tomorrow. You got the email on that, right? So you are kind of squared away. You know where we are with that. I'm going to fix this focus again, guys. I don't really like where I had it set. I'm going to try it one more time. So that's why you're seeing things kind of move around there. I'm going to see if that fixed it to a position that I like better than where we just had it. You probably have seen this because it's been up there a couple of times by now, right? But in case you did not, please take a minute, glance up there, and check out the information about anticipated shipping dates and consolation cards. We're headed into a 4-box case of 2018 National Treasures Baseball. This is a full case break. It is break number 3. And, of course, it ended tonight as well, Monday night, the 1st of October. We have our team names there on the left. Winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. And if you guys will bear with me here for a hot second, I do need to check on one thing that was unpaid and kind of see what our status is on that. If you can hang tight there for just a minute. I've got one person that was on the road and hoping to get some things paid before we broke tonight. I'm checking to see if that in fact worked itself out, and it looks like that it did. So I think we are all in good shape and ready to rock and roll tonight, as best I can tell here anyway. eBay is like finicky these days. It seems it sits and spins on me a lot of time. What is it doing? It's like not wanting to take me to the page I need to go to, and then giving me some other error message. All right, well, I think we're good. So we're gonna roll right on down the road here with some national treasures. And what have we got going? Toby, oh, you hit one of those. Was yours? What was yours, man? Did you have the Ken Griffey or the Ryan Mountcastle or the gigantic Cubs photo? I don't know which one was yours. But I know that Ken Griffey Jr. jersey was like so fantastically awesome. Yeah, Latchman, good. I thought that I had gotten everybody on that email, but you know what? It is always there's always the possibility of messing something up, so that's why I thought I would just double check and make sure that you had gotten it, you had seen it. So yes, for anybody who's involved in it, the direct break that we're doing for the case of Opulence basketball is tomorrow night. It's all filled up, all paid. You should have an email in your inbox telling you to join tomorrow night. Remember that it is a hits draft, so if you're in it, you do want to watch it live if there's any way possible, because when we get to your draft position, of course, you're going to have a chance to pick which hit you want. And if you're not available there during the live stream, then I would just choose a card for you. And hopefully I would choose one that you like, but you never know. So it's always better to choose it yourself if you can. That's the way I think about it anyway. What'd you say there, Stephen? Oh, yeah, Stephen, you did. I shipped out some stuff to you this week. You did have a bunch of hits in memorabilia recently. Yeah, that's right. The Carmelo Anthony jersey was yours, and somebody else's jersey. Sam Darnold jersey was yours. Yeah. Minnesota, I have everything is sold tonight, so we don't have, I don't have any breaks that had any unsold or unpaid teams or anything tonight. So we're actually all filled up and ready to go. Corey's here. Hey, Corey, I thought you were stuck somewhere in between A and B. So I'm glad to see you tonight. We're going to see if we can find you some hits here in NT baseball to make things happy up there in Alaska. What's your weather like up there right now, Toby? Is it still cold and rainy? Or colder, I guess. I guess it's not cold, but colder, maybe. Oh, you're just passing through, so you're not gonna be able to sit with us all night. I gotcha. Okay. Oh, and I bet you are, where you've been traveling. Yeah, that probably doesn't. For those of you who don't know, Corey's talking to us in chat about he had an accident a bit back, and so he's been and he lives up in Alaska, so he's been having to travel back and forth a lot with a really painful back injury. So he says he's not going to be able to hang with us all night, unfortunately, but we hope that you'll be able to stay long enough to see something good maybe come out, huh? I hope, Corey. I hope. All right, so we've got all of our cards out. Now we're going to see what we've got here in NT Baseball. Oh, Jason, you got a bunch of Red Sox today, huh? Yeah, it's always good when the mail comes, right? And you get lots of stuff. I like it. And Corey, I agree with you. I am pretty excited about Opulence tomorrow, too. I've been dying to get in that, so I'm looking forward to that myself. Mookie Betts, first out on a relic to 99. Next out, we have a relic for the Nationals, Steven Strasburg. That looks old school. And it's numbered to 99, and it's because it's Casey Stengel. So, yeah. So, yeah, it is pretty old school, which would be why it looks like that, because it's Casey Stengel. Game Gear, 1 of 1. You know how I love my 1 of 1s. Jose Barrios, Minnesota Twins. Minnesota, eh? Nice 1 of 1. I like that. That has got us off to a good start. Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle himself, numbered to 99. Piece of the baseball bat for the Cincinnati Reds. Now we have got Tyler Wade to 99 for the New York Yankees. If I can manage to grab the correct size sleeve, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? It doesn't really do us much good to grab the regular sleeves with a thick card, now does it? Jimmy Sherfy to 99 for the Diamondbacks. And I have to say, we have been pulling actually a fair amount of Diamondbacks out of National Treasures. Like, more than maybe you would expect even. Pretty good amount of them coming out of there. Here is Walker Buehler, who pitched a beauty of a game today for the Los Angeles Dodgers. That is numbered to 99. Of course, Walker's from right here in Lexington, Kentucky, so we're proud of our hometown boy, even though he did play college ball at Vanderbilt instead of my beloved UK. We have a debut booklet numbered to 25 with an awesome patch. That is for the Marlins, and I love that patch. That's really nice. Brian Anderson patch to 25 for the Marlins. Ooh, that looks... Oh, we got 2 that look interesting. Actually, they're all interesting, but we're gonna... You know me, I kind of shuffle them around. I try to save the very, very best ones for towards the end. Numbered to 99, Aaron Judge, and we have a little pinstripe in there, too. Corey, you don't know who you ended up with in NT? Oh, you have a lot in NT. And you have a handful in Bowman Chrome, too. But I can tell you here in a second. Hang on a minute, and I can tell you. That is Molina. It is for the St. Louis Cardinals, and it's numbered to 25. And, guys, I'm not going to move your view, but let me just buzz over here for Corey. Corey, in National Treasures, you have the White Sox, the Astros, the Twins, the Mets, the A's, and the Cardinals. In Bowman Chrome, you have the White Sox, the Angels, and the Cardinals. Yeah, okay. So hopefully you got that, because I'm not going to remember it. We all know I'm not going to remember it. Like, I probably couldn't even tell you half the teams, and I just now said them. But at least you have a rundown there, and hopefully your memory's better than mine. Numbered to 99, Ken Griffey Jr. for the Reds on that card. Gil Hodges, numbered to 10. Dodgers. A redemption, you know I make you wait on those because I'm terribly mean like that. Kyle Farmer, numbered to 99, triple relic, hard-signed auto, Dodgers. Lots of Kyle Farmer so far. This may be... No, I guess it does. Apparently, I've done that fun thing that I do, which is, unfortunately, have kind of mixed up my sleeves. Regular are mixed in with my thick sleeves. So occasionally I'm going to be grabbing one that isn't the right one. That is numbered to 49. It is Jorge and the Minnesota Twins. I'm still going to tweak this one more time on this focus. It's just kind of not exactly letting me look at these as up close as I want to look. Let me see if maybe that's better. I don't know. Boston Red Sox with a nice triple relic, hard-signed autograph to 99 for Rafael Devers. So the Red Sox with a nice one. Corey, you said you hope those booklets in the back there are going to be the ones that have 32 signatures in it. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Bob Feller, cut signature, Cleveland Indians to 25. I always like the cut signatures. They make me smile. Let's go with you next. We're going to give this one a go. There's Ozzie, Mr. Ozzie Albies, Atlanta Braves. That is to 25. Victor Robles, 210. I like the patch in the middle. That makes me happy. Oh, Corey, you did that. Did I say you had the Twins? See, I told you I wouldn't remember. So we did already get something good for you then. All right. So you have a 1 of 1. So we got you off on the right foot. Not that I can remember it. Mike Piazza and the Dodgers. Yeah, you guys are noticing that our books look kind of thick, huh? Yeah. To 99, we have Elston Howard for the Yankees. Andrew Benintendi to 99, Red Sox. We pulled that, well, obviously not the exact same card, as in it was numbered differently, but looked the same and numbered differently of Benintendi, I think out of the last case, or maybe case before. Tyler Mahle to 99, Cincinnati Reds. There's a man who will be sitting home during the playoffs. Nicky Delmonico to 49 with a very nice patch for the Chicago White Sox. And behind that, and numbered to 5, is a Cody Bellinger for the Dodgers. He had a nice game today, too. That one's a sticker auto, by the way. He popped out a nice homer to get the Dodgers off on a nice little run earlier today. We have Triple Legend Trios numbered to 5. Are you ready for it? It's A-Rod, Ty Cobb, and Hack Wilson. You know we're going to have to go to random on it, but oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that handsome? Unless someone owns 2 out of the 3 teams. I also have to make sure that Hack Wilson is a White Sox. I believe that he was, but I will check that out and make certain about that before we go to random on it. But I think that he is. Alex Verdugo to 99. That's for the Dodgers. Victor Caratini and the Cubbies to 25. Nicest Cubs patch that I've probably seen in all of NT so far. It's a very, very nice Cubs patch. This is numbered to 99. It's Rod Carew and the Minnesota Twins. We have, that's some old school stuff. That is John McGraw. And this could be, I'll have to double check on this too. I think that this is the old New York Giants, which are the current San Francisco Giants, which means it would go to the San Francisco Giants. I do not think this was the New York Mets. I'm pretty sure that John McGraw was a New York Giant, but we'll double check it. Cards do always stay with their franchise, by the way, if you don't know that already. At least in my breaks, they do. Dontrell Willis to 99. That is for the Marlins. And Dennis Eckersley. Oh, wow, that's kind of cool. That's numbered to 5. Little chipping there along the bottom edges that I can see. That is for the Oakland A's. And who have we here? Tomas Nido to 99 with a very nice patch. A patch looks nicer than to 99, doesn't it? Like I would think it would be numbered. Woo, boy, I'm speaking well tonight. I would have thought it would have had a lower number with a patch like that. Just the Yankees were worried, okay? The Yankees were feeling really stressed out. And here at the end, we're going to pull out an Andujar for them, numbered to 25, no less. So Yankees, your patience has been rewarded, but it was a close one, wasn't it? Now comes the big, big booklet that we're all waiting to see. And here we go. A 12 signature booklet numbered to 25. I told you it was going to be nice. Clint Frazier, Ozzie Albies, Ahmed Rosario, Alex Verdugo, Francisco Mejia, Jack Flaherty, Rafael Devers, Rhys Hoskins, Victor Robles, Eric Fetty, Brian Anderson, and Vieira for the White Sox. So, whoa, man. That, now see, I told you it looked like a nice one hanging out back there. I was not lying to you. I was not kidding you. That, I got to get that far enough back where you can even see that. That is, like, hello, so nice. So nice. This we're going to end up probably in random too. Because you have to own 51% or more to take it outright. So somebody would have to own 7 of the bidding positions on, or 7 of the positions on here. But we'll check it out. So we've got a Yankee, a Met, a Cardinal, a Brave, a Dodger, an Indian, a Red Sox, a National, a Marlin, a White Sox, a Second National, and a Philly. So we're going to look that up on the spreadsheet and all that stuff in a little bit. And then we have this, and this is for the Rockies. A little consolation prize for the Rockies, who got knocked into the wild card round, which made their life rather unhappy today. And that is Ryan McMahon. We will, of course, go find out what that's going to be numbered to on the Panini website. And then we got a little housekeeping to do from all of this fabulous stuff up there. Let's first knock this out, okay? The Ryan McMahon, we're going to go to the checklist and get where we need to be with that. Let's get you over there first, and then I'm going to follow along behind you. So, where are we? Baseball 2018. Takes a while to get where you're going in here, but man, is it handy to have. They go all the way back to 2009, I think, on most of their stuff. And it's very handy to have. Treasured signatures are what we're looking for here. And scrolling. Card number 7, Ryan McMahon, is going to be numbered to 99. So let me get him labeled up. He's out of the way. Next, I've got to look up our Chicago dude, who I think is a White Sox. Not, well, I do have to look him up, but we're going to look this up first. This is John McGraw. This is the one where I believe that it's the old New York Giants, which again, that franchise is the current San Francisco Giants, not at all the same as the New York Mets. So I think this is a Giants card, but let's find out for sure, John McGraw, where he played. Because I think that was like before there was even a Mets franchise, but let's see. Yes, he was the New York Giants. So that is the current San Francisco Giants. So this card going to San Francisco Giants by way of staying with its franchise, okay? So those two, we're not going to recap them again because we've just completed that. Giants, Rockies. Those are going to sit out of our way. Now, of course, we know a couple of these. We've got the Tigers and we've got the Yankees. I got to look up my man here on the end, Hack Wilson. I believe Hack Wilson is a White Sox. I mean, I'm fairly sure he's a White Sox, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to go look it up and make certain. I'm doing all of that on the iPad. I'm not subjecting you to have to sit through it otherwise. Let's see here. He was actually a Cubby. As a matter of fact, it says he was not a White Sox. So see, there you go. That's what I get for guessing, right? I could have sworn he was a White Sox, but he's not. He's Cub. So in play on this card, we have the Yankees, the Tigers, and the Cubs. So same deal, guys. You have to own 51% or more. So someone would have to own 2 of the 3 teams. If no one owns 2 of the 3 teams, then that card will be given out by way of random.org here momentarily. So our Yankees, that's and Sane. Our Chicago Cubbies, that is Stump. And then the Detroit Tigers is also Stump. So he does, in fact, own 2 of the 3, which means he's going to take this card outright. So with 2 of the 3 teams owning the Cubs and the Tigers, that goes to Stump. So we don't have to go to random after all on that nice booklet. So we won't recap that one again either, since we just took another good look at it. This is going to bring us to the big kahuna. Dane, you said, how is that to 25? Which one are you asking about being to 25? You mean this 12 signature booklet? You mean that one? Because they're stickers. So they didn't have to all be, sitting there present at once to sign it. That's why. So there's a good look at it. And I'm going to flip it back into this position so that now we can go look at all of our teams. And I'm even going to get a piece of paper on this one because I got to try to keep track of who has how many spots to make sure if anybody owns 51% or not. So bear with me here a second. We are looking at Yankees, the Mets, Cardinals, Braves. Sorry, I'm writing it down as we go. The Dodgers. I don't want to, mess it up because this is, hey, kind of a nice booklet. The Indians, the Red Sox, the Nationals, and the Nationals are on here ×2, so that does give them a little bit of a leg up. The Phillies, the Marlins, and the White Sox. So, once again, to own 51% or more, you're going to have to own 7 of the 12. You got to have 7 of the 12 bidding positions if you're going to take that outright. So, let's go over to our spreadsheet, and we're going to check that out first. So, the Yankees, we already saw our Yankee owner. It is And Sane. Our Mets, that's Corey. So let's give, we know Corey's got a few teams in here, so we'll give Corey a spot there. St. Louis Cardinals. Where are you, Cardinals? That is also Corey. The Atlanta Braves. That is PC Load Letter. The Dodgers. That is Rags Card Store. Our Cleveland Indians, that's Forever a Collector. The Red Sox is J something. My vision is terrible tonight, sorry. I'm like having a problem with my vision. The Nationals, that's Big Balls 37. The Phillies, that's Dr. Hahn. The Marlins, where are you, Marlins? That is Stump. And then our Chicago White Sox up here, that is Corey. So Corey has 1, 2, 3 spots. He was as far as we were going to get in terms of having multiples. Nobody had more than that. So that means we are headed to random for this. Guys, I know this is taking a minute. I thank you for your patience. I did want to make sure that we were doing our due diligence because this is a pretty nice booklet, so I wanted to make sure it's done properly. So here's what's going to happen now. We're going to head over to random.org. I'm going to type these in like this, so it will go in as Yankees, Mets, Cardinals, Braves, etc., all the way down through the positions on the card. Then I will hit random 3 different times. The first 2 times are not going to count. It will only be our 3rd and final random that will determine where that nice booklet is going to go. So let's head on over there and get started on that. Good luck to everyone on this one. It's really a fantastic booklet. I hate that that only one person can get it because it's so nice. All right, let me get these typed in here. So we're Yankees first, followed by Mets, Cardinals, Braves, Dodgers, Indian, Red Sox, Nationals, Marlins, Phillies, Nationals again, and White Sox. Okay, so once again, third random decides it. So good luck to each of our 12 teams. Actually, it's 11 teams since the Nationals had 2, but each of our 12 participants, Nationals, were typed in twice in the order that they appeared on the card, of course. Here we go. Third random decides it. So you ignore the first one. You ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. And there you will see 3 times our date and time stamp, and it goes to the Atlanta Braves. And you know what? I know that in the last case of National Treasures, the Atlanta Braves got blanked. And I believe we have the same team owner tonight that we had in that case. And he very bravely came back again tonight, took another shot at it, and is walking away with this incredible booklet, 12 signature of some really nice rookies on there. So congratulations to the Braves on taking our 12 signature booklet that is numbered to 25. Now let's recap the rest of National Treasures. Our other booklets were the Bob Feller cut signature to 25. The debut to 25, Brian Anderson and the Marlins. Yeah, Dane, I just looked over there and I see what you're saying. Dane says, well, he likes the booklet, but he wishes they weren't stickers. I hear you on that. I don't disagree with you, but there's no way they'd be able to do that, I don't think, hard signed, unless it took them 20 years. Minnesota Twins, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Mike Piazza for the Dodgers, the Cardinals, the Yankees with the Aaron Judge, the Dodgers with Walker Buehler, really nice Jimmy Sherfy, and the Diamondbacks. Here is our very handsome one-of-one Game Gear Jose Berrios Minnesota Twins. Next up, Tomas Nido to 99 for the Mets. We have another hit for the Marlins. Victor Caratini with a great patch for the Cubs. Nicky Delmonico, White Sox. And then we have Elston Howard for the Yankees. Ken Griffey for the Reds. Tyler Wade for the Yankees. Pete Rose for the Reds. For the Yankees, it's Casey Stengel. For the Nationals, it's Steven Strasburg. Mookie Betts for the Boston Red Sox. Andujar, numbered to 25, no less. Really nice hit for New York Yankees. Eckersley for the A's. Verdugo, Dodgers. Tyler Mahle for the Reds. Victor Robles to 10 for the Nationals. Ozzie Albies to 25 for the Braves. Rafael Devers for the Red Sox to 99. Felix Jorge, Minnesota Twins to 49. Kyle Farmer to 99 for the Dodgers. And last but not least, it was Gil Hodges to 10 for the Dodgers. So NT baseball case number, whatever this was, 3, I think, is all wrapped up and in the books. Thank you for being patient, those of you who are waiting on Chrome. I know that took a little longer than NT sometimes does because we had that fancy booklet to take care of. But, of course, I do always want to make sure that we get those things done properly. So sometimes it takes a little longer, but we try to get it done right. We're going to be rolling into Bowman Chrome right now in a hot second. Let's get our spreadsheet up. If you did not see this a moment ago, the free shipping breaks which were the helmet and triple play, anticipating to get out the door on or before Monday, a week from today. Free stuff is pretty much always projected out 6 or 7 days after the fact, often out sooner, but that's how it is projected. And our paid shipping breaks tonight, which are National Treasures Baseball that we just finished, Bowman Chrome that we're just getting ready to start, projecting to get out the door on Friday. Again, sometimes I'm able to get them out sooner, but plan on Friday. Be pleasantly surprised if it goes faster. If your team was not pulled in one of the breaks that we have completed tonight, you are entitled to a consolation card. If you were in the paid shipping break, I will send it with the rest of the break. If you were in one of the free shipping breaks, normally I hold it until the next time you have a package going. If you want it sent sooner, send me a message and let me know. And if you're in Bowman Chrome, I don't think you're going to get blanked. There's a lot of cards in here, and I think every team's going to get at least a few cards. But if you were to get blanked, I don't think you will. But if you were to, it would go out with the rest of the break here too. So 12 boxes of 2018 Bowman Chrome, full case break, break number 3. Team names on the left, winning bidders across from it there on the right-hand side. And we're getting ready to have some fun with Bowman. Oh, Dane, that's the first time you had seen NT Baseball this year? Yeah, I think they did a really nice job with it. I mean, you know, we get a booklet in every box. And, of course, we had 2 really good booklets tonight. But in general, the booklets have been pretty good. And I think the hits have looked nice. We've done, I would say as a whole, I've been pretty happy with what we've been pulling out of National Treasures. You know, as always, there are going to be some teams that pull more than others, but I think that's true with, honestly, just about any product these days. You have certain teams where it seems like they pull a lot more than other teams. I was just cleaning up some of my mess so I could throw some more stuff in the floor. Because that's what I'm getting ready to do. We'll throw all this stuff in the floor as we open it. But I had it, you know, it was kind of full. So I didn't want a little mountain of boxes, so I had to throw some. That's all that was. I'm getting some sleeves out onto the table. You like the way I narrate? Well, but you can't see what I'm doing. So instead of you just thinking, why aren't we doing anything? I'm just telling you why. All right, Bowman Chrome. Love my Bowman. Always love my Bowman. Chrome, high-tech, whatever it is, I don't care. I love Bowman. We're going to find 2 mini boxes per master box, and then 1 autograph in each mini box. There's not a ton of cards. In theory, this should be a pretty quick break. In reality, it takes forever. You know why? Because there's 20 yards of packaging to get through. You have to get the master box open, then you have to get the plastic off the mini boxes, then all the packs out, then all the cards out of the pack. By the time you do that, you've wasted 3 or 4 minutes a box. Because they like to really use a lot of material to pack their cards for Bowman Chrome. That's why the jumbos are so much better, right? There's no base. You just rip into there and off you go to the races. However, the jumbos were in really short supply this year. They did not even give me the same amount of jumbo that I got last year. They gave me less than they gave me last year, which I thought was kind of crazy because I've spent more, but they gave me less. So what are you going to do? Ken, in the triple play box, we had an amazing Ken Griffey Jr. autographed jersey for the Mariners that was an authentic jersey, not a custom one, and it was from his induction ceremony. It was really nice. and a gigantic picture for the Cubs, like 11 by 14 or something, as in I don't even have anything big enough to ship it in. I'll have to go buy something to even be able to ship that thing. And the baseball was Ryan Mountcastle for the Orioles. Had to think about that one a minute. Yeah, King Greg, you got it. King Greg said Cubs, Mariners, and Orioles. He's on it. That is, in fact, correct. All right, let's take a look at what we've got here. Arizona Fall League insert. We're going to find tons of them as we go along. They are all refractors. The entire insert series refracts. Our first color of the evening is a purple shimmer for the Rockies, and it is numbered to 655. Every purple shimmer will be numbered to 655. And then here's this Peaks of Potential. This is Florial for the Yankees. Those Peaks of Potential cards, again, we're going to find loads of them. I think they all refract, and I can't decide if I like them or not. Sometimes I do, and then the next time I look at them, I don't, and I still kind of am on the fence about if I like it. Jose Alberto's to 499 Cubbies. And I forgot to put our purple shimmer in one, so give me a second. I'm getting him in there. Some of those I do before the break, or after. I can't do them before the break. Some of those I do after the break. Some of those I do during the break. I think we'll just do them all during tonight. This is Ryan Helsley for the St. Louis Cardinals. First autograph out. Tatis for the Padres on the Peaks of Potential. Arizona Fall League again. Bowman Sterling Continuity. Franklin Perez. Those should be falling about one per master box. Of course, we find those every year in Bowman Chrome, which I guess is why they call them continuity, right? But anyway, Victor Robles, Purple Parallel Nationals, numbered to 250, followed by another Purple Parallel to 250. This one is for the Blue Jays, and it's Nate Pearson. We have a little green autograph to 99, Eduardo Diaz, Diamondbacks. Peaks of Potential again, Mackenzie Gore. Yeah, I have I mean, not as much Bowman Chrome as I ordered. I didn't get everything that I ordered, but we do have, I think, like 7 or 8 cases of regular Bowman, which is what we're opening now. I call it regular Bowman's Bowman Hobby, the non-jumbo, the non-HTA. We got 7 or 8 cases of that. And then not hardly any HTA, like just a handful of those, which seriously bummed me out. They definitely should have given me at least what I got last year, but they've been kind of weird about that this year. Like not even giving me, in several cases, not even giving me the same as I got prior year, and I have bought more. Usually you buy more, they'll increase you a little bit. Not this year. Buy more and they're like, nah, we're going to give you less. Okay, thanks. But baseball's been crazy for several years in a row. You know, the demand is so high for the good stuff, and the amount of product is just not there. Can't keep up. Josh Hader pitched a good one today, too, for the Brewers. It's just an inning, but, or 2, actually, I guess, but he continues to look really quite good for the Brewers. I think the Cubs will be fine, though, you know, because they're going to be playing even though it's wild card, it'll be at Wrigley Field, so they ought to be fine, I think. Now, the Rockies, I don't know. I don't know what the wild card's going to do to the Rockies, but I guess we'll know after tomorrow, won't we? Speaking of the Cubbies, that is Aramis Ademan, and it is Purple Shimmer to 655 first Bowman. And speaking of Colorado, if anybody happens to be watching Monday Night Football and you would like to share the score of the Chiefs and the Broncos game, I wouldn't mind knowing where we stand with that. Washington Nationals, that is Garcia, refractor to 499. Connor Capel, Cleveland Indians is our signature. And Mackenzie Gore, Peaks of Potential. 23-20 Denver. Really? Huh. Well, I am surprised at that result. Oh, dang. You said, Dane says the Broncos are up by 10. So King Greg only had them up by 3. They must have just scored or something. That was Fall League insert that went by. Here's our Bowman Sterling continuity. It's Ozzie Albies and the Braves. That's surprising. I mean, Pat Mahomes has been so hot all year. Although, you know what? Denver's a weird place to go play, I think, especially for rookies. You know, they say it shouldn't make any difference, the altitude, but I think it definitely does. Sandy Alcantara, that is for the Marlins, and it is a nice little refractor, numbered to 499. Of course, Denver does have that massive defensive group. I mean, their defensive group is pretty impressive. Alzolay Cubbies, that is on an Arizona Fall League insert. It is a sticker autograph. It's numbered to 150. That's usually the case when we get into Topps and Bowman. If they're on parallels, they're mostly going to be stickers. And when they're on a traditional, not an insert type card like a Fall League or a Peaks of Potential, then they're typically hard signed. And relics, that's the other thing Topps does. If a sticker's on a card with a autograph on a card with a relic is usually a sticker as well. Oh, Dane said you were behind. So, okay, so King Greg's score is the current one then, 23-20. Denver up, okay. Well, I would kind of like, you said you missed the first autograph out of there. It was the one for the Indians. It was the, what's his head? Capel or Capel or whichever way you say it, C-A-P-E-L. And of course, we'll recap again at the end if you want to look at it, but that's who it was, with the Indians. Yeah, see, they could save us probably, I would say, close to 30 minutes a break if this were not so many packs and boxes and things to open. If we could just like whoosh, and there they'd all be. But then I guess that really wouldn't do much good to the people who sell at retail now, would it? And there are still hobby stores out there. I've been fortunate enough to have one all this time, but he's going to go out of business come the first of the year. If he hasn't sold it, he's going to close it down after the holidays, which will make me very sad. But anyway, he's been in business 20-something years. Mackenzie Gore, nice Bowman Sterling continuity for the Padres. Because, of course, we know Mackenzie Gore is going to be good. Well, I guess we don't technically, quote-unquote, know anybody's going to be good, but we assume. There was a redemption. I saw it. I ducked it out because I saved them to the end. Purple Parallel, numbered to 250. It's Eric Hosmer as a Padre. Always seems weird to say, doesn't it? Peaks of Potential. Remember, our hit in that box is that redemption, so it's just sitting there to be looked at a little bit later. Another Arizona Fall League. Purple Shimmer, Nick Senzel to 655 for my Cincinnati Reds. Miami Marlins Green, Starlin Castro to 99. Behind that, we have a refractor to 499 for the Rockies. And that is Brian Mundell. I keep wanting to stack our numbered cards with our autographs, so maybe I need to move where I have the autographs stacked. Not that it technically matters, but it just makes it easier for recap if I keep them separate. Alex Wells, Baltimore Orioles. And that was first Bowman, by the way, for Alex Wells. I'm going to set our redemption over there just so he's kind of, well, I don't know where to put him out of the way. We'll put him right there. Can you see him there? There. Now you can see him. Yeah, I cannot believe how much stuff is coming out on Wednesday. And we still have a lot of stuff to open, too. I mean, I've got more National Treasures. We've got more Bowman. We got more of everything. And then just tons of stuff coming in. But you know what? It's just going to be like this all the way through the end of the year for the most part. Every new release week is just going to be jam-packed through the end of the year. We're going to be busy, busy, busy. But in a good way. I would like to order in some extra of some of this stuff, but honestly, I don't know, like when I would break it. I haven't worked in Heritage Minor League, which came out on Friday, and I completely forgot about, and then I haven't had any place to even put it in the lineup, so I'm still just sitting down there with Heritage Minor League, just now getting around to working in the Upper Deck Goodwin Champions. And I've had that for probably a month. We've got more Heritage High number. I mean, there's just so much stuff to break. There's not enough hours in the day to get it all done. Oh, and you know what else is supposed to come out Friday? But I haven't listed it yet because I haven't gotten shipping confirmation yet. And last time I didn't have shipping confirmation early, they screwed me over and changed the date at the last minute. It's Florial for the Yankees. Bowman Sterling Continuity is Leaf Best of Baseball. Are you guys familiar with Leaf Best of? It's a little different, obviously, than Leaf Greatest Hits, but it's a really nice product. Once again, buyback stuff. Not talking about Leaf Original cards with those. Ender Inciarte, numbered to 499 with a refractor. And there's all of them. Leaf Best of Football, Leaf Best of Basketball, Leaf Best of Baseball. Leaf Best of Baseball was incredibly hard to get this year. Supposed to arrive Friday. As soon as I see tracking on it and know for sure that it's arriving, I'll get it listed. So we'll see if they give me tracking tomorrow or not. Kansas City Royals, that is Chris DeVito, first Bowman. Because Leaf Best of Baseball is always really good. Well, Leaf Best of in general, I like. I think it's a little less money than Leaf Greatest Hits, but you often find hits that are almost as good as the hits you pull out of Leaf Greatest Hits. Chiefs just scored 27-23 Kansas City with 1:39 left. Ooh, Chiefs might pull it out. To 655 Purple Shimmer, Baltimore Orioles, Cody Sedlock. Yeah, that was I mean, every game we have seen recently has just been an absolute shootout. There have been no doubt about it. There's a lot of points on the board. This is one of the lower scoring ones, and we're still up in the 20s. Chance Sisco, Baltimore Orioles, purple parallel to 250. Behind that, the Yankees have Dylan Tate in a blue parallel to 150. The Angels with Leonardo Rivas. First Bowman for the Angels. Who meanwhile are just saying, hey, wait, we want Ohtani. I know you do. I'm trying to work the mojo. Yeah, it looks like the Chiefs made the right decision to let Pat Mahomes sit last year. Having that year to kind of learn and practice and get in the pace, I think really has paid off because that kid has been phenomenal this year. And by the way, Mitch Trubisky's been pretty darn good too. Threw 6 touchdown passes on Sunday. So some of our 2017 quarterbacks starting to show out a little bit here this season. Meanwhile, they threw poor Sam Darnold and Josh Allen to the Wolves. With the Bills and the Jets, they don't have a really strong enough supporting cast around them. But I think they're both tough enough kids. They'll probably be okay, but that's got to shake your confidence. Especially, I mean, what they sacked Josh Allen like some crazy amount, like 6 or 7 times or something. It was bad. Like, they need to immediately get him some protection. Sometimes I get that rip to go right, and sometimes I can't. You know, I've been trying off and on for, what, 5 years? To get that to rip that way, and it still never does most of the time. Ooh, I see some gold coming. I like when we see gold and orange. That is Diaz for the Marlins. Gold Shimmer 250. Whoop, 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 whoop. We had somebody trying to hitch a ride there. Soroka. Jaron Kendall, first Bowman to 99, green parallel, Dodgers. Trevor Oakes, Kansas City Royals, first Bowman. And who's coming up next? Florial, Arizona Fall League. Bowman Sterling continuity for the Phillies, Adam Hazley. Another peak performance went by to 499. It is Miguel Cabrera, Tigers refractor. Miggy. For the A's, Sheldon Noose, or Noose, I don't know which. To 499 refractor for the A's. I know you're shocked that I don't know which way is the right way to pronounce it. If we do have anybody new to doing a break with me tonight, that's kind of like the running joke. I'm really bad with name pronunciation. I mean, like exceedingly bad at it. And even though I hear it and I'll see it phonetically spelled out, because you guys are helpful and do that sometimes, still the next time, it's like I just can't spit it out. I don't know. It's a weird mental thing I have with name pronunciation, and I'm terrible with it. King Greg, we still playing, or that 130 whatever ticked off and Kansas walks out with a win? They're probably still playing it these days. Playing the last minute of a football game can take you 10 minutes. Still going. Okay. I mean, I kind of like Denver, and I like Case Keenum, and I like several of the rookies that they have for the Broncos this year, including Cortland Sutton. But I just kind of want Pat Mahomes to keep on rolling, because he's been doing so well, and he's been so much fun to watch, and they're undefeated, and I just kind of want to see, I don't know, I mean, I'd be fine with whichever one wins ultimately, but I really wouldn't mind seeing Kansas City stay undefeated. Denver 4th and 10 on their 25 with 16 seconds left. Ooh, boy, that's some pressure. If you're Case Keenum, that is some pressure. It's like Minneapolis Miracle time, right? From the playoffs last year. So we know Keenum can do it. He's done it before. A Bowman Sterling continuity, which I always want to call cracked ice, and I think Topps refers to as atomic, maybe. That is numbered to 150. It is Franklin Perez for the Tigers. Denver tried a hook and ladder play and ended up in a fumble. Ooh. Well, that's unfortunate. But Kansas City won it. Okay. Well, thank you for the update, King Greg. It makes me feel kind of like I was watching it. Thank you. There is Robert for the White Sox, Bowman Sterling continuity. Willie Calhoun refractor, Rangers, to 499. And here is Connor Capel or whatever again to 250. This one is on a purple parallel. The one we pulled earlier, I think, was just the standard, not color, best I remember. So I guess now we know what Pat Mahomes is made of. Because, you know, that's the knock the announcers always have. Well, the kid hasn't faced any adversity yet. You know, how's he going to react when this happens and when that happens, when the other happens? Well, looks like he keeps on winning. Tyler Freeman, 655 Indians, purple shimmer. Tampa Bay Rays, Jake Bowers, 150, blue parallel. Chris DeVito, first Bowman, Kansas City Royals. We are officially at the halfway point. 6 down, 6 to go. always show you the inside of it so you know there's nothing left in it. I don't know why. I just do. Always have. There have been a couple times before, not with Bowman Chrome, but with other products where I've done that, and there has been like a pack stuck inside of a box. When we'll flip it to look in, it'll be like, hey, wait. I'll see it when I flip it to show that it's empty. It'll be like, wait, we're not empty. So it has its purpose doing that. Dane says he hopes the second half of this box is better. He's not happy with what we've pulled out of the first half. Well, or the second half of this case. I said box, didn't I? I meant second half of the case is better. Well, we haven't pulled anything super flashy. Of course, we don't know what that redemption is either, so sometimes that makes a big difference too. But for now, we haven't really pulled anything super flashy, but it can change in an instant. All it takes is one or two good hits and we start feeling really good about a case. King Greg, you need some Acuna Mojo. All right, well, we'll see if we can find you some. Of course, you know, King Greg, that Bowman High Tech is where we've been pulling Acuna out like mad. In fact, a few of the cases we pulled him out more than once out of the same case. Redemptions, but nonetheless. That is Edwin Rios, Dodgers, first Bowman. I think I've only had one case of High Tech where he didn't show up at all. And then, of course, we opened the half case over the weekend, but that was... he wasn't in that, but I'm talking about out of the full cases. I think we only have one case where he wasn't in it at all, if I remember correctly. The Giants, purple parallel to 150, Johnny Cueto. This is Nate Pearson to 150, purple or blue parallel for the Blue Jays. Apparently, I no longer know my colors. Calling blue purple. And all kinds of other crazy stuff. Purple Shimmer, 655. That is Shane Baz and the Pirates. Arizona Fall League Cubbies. Oh, Marty, you need to go back and watch the break for National Treasures. I'm just going to tell you that. Going to go back and watch it. See, I'm hoping, see, Dane knows. He's not going to tell you either. He's not spoiling it for you. He's just telling you to go back and watch it. So, yeah, I figured you weren't on live, Marty, because I was pretty sure I would have heard from you if you had been. But, yes, go back and watch it. No kidding. Go back and watch it. That is the Brewers. That was Bowman Sterling continuity. Like, Marty, you're going to be pretty pleased, I think. Somebody told him. Oh, man, I was trying not to ruin the surprise for you. That is Eric Hosmer. That's to 499 for the Padres, and it is a refractor. Oh, well, Marty, you do still want to go back and watch it anyway. This is for the Phillies. It's Jose Gomez. It is the gold parallel, first Bowman to 50. But you know, Dane, what I'm thinking about when you're talking about, this is always the interesting thing about Bowman. So, like, we're watching the case right now, and you're thinking, oh, man, I don't like the hits that are coming out of here, and this is like a terrible case. But so many of these that come out as first Bowman, it's hard to judge how they're really going to end up, right? Because, I mean, there are people, you go back and look at Aaron Judge. When Aaron Judge cards first started coming out, there wasn't anybody jumping up and down going, oh, yeah, this card's worth some money. Everybody's like, oh, well, you know, nobody cared. Frankly, even the first part of 2017, a lot of people didn't care till we got up into, you know, a month or two into the season. Because let's face it, his, you know, September call-up in 16 wasn't dynamic. But anyway, the interesting thing about Bowman is sometimes we look at things now, today, in real time, and we have a pretty good feel, obviously, for anybody who's in AAA or a high draft pick or something like that, a good, hot international signing where we think, yeah, that's where the money is. But you know what? Sometimes the money is really in these guys that we don't know very well yet, that show up in here as first Bowmans, and somewhere down the road in 2, 3, 4, sometimes even 5 years from now, you go back through when they get called up or they hit AAA and you go, oh, wait a minute. Maybe that was pretty good after all. So that's always the interesting twist with Bowman. You kind of don't really know exactly how good it's going to be or not. Marty, you said you're sorry to hear what? Oh, you said you don't know who it is, so it's not ruined. Okay. Yeah, well, you want to, you definitely want to go back and watch it, for sure. You want to go back and watch it. Like, we're not pulling your leg. Oh, I get it. You were saying sorry to Dane because of no Nationals hits. I see what I see. I follow the thread now. It just took me a minute. I'm a little slow. So, Marty, you said you've bought into 7 case breaks of NT and you've hit only 3 Ozzie Albies and a couple of Lucas Sims. Well, you might have done a little bit better than that tonight. So your perseverance may have paid off for you tonight, Marty. Arizona Fall League again. A purple shimmer Freddie Peralta, 655 Brewers. Wouldn't it be crazy if, like, we ended up with the Brewers as the World Series champions? Austin Meadows, that's numbered to 499. It's a refractor for the Pirates. Because I would not have picked the Brewers at the first of the year to be headed into the postseason, nor would I have picked the Oakland A's, either one. But yet, here we are. For the Marlins, it's Joe Dunand, or Dunand. Yeah, well, I think I'll stick with my first one, Dunand. I'm sure that's wrong. It's probably really wrong, but it's as close as we're going to get tonight anyway. So you're hoping for a Brewers-Braves game. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing Brewers-Braves. That would probably be pretty entertaining. I could be on board with that, I think. Victor Robles, Bowman, Sterling, Continuity, Nationals. And we have a blue parallel to 150, Lucchesi for the Padres. And here's Brent Rooker, Minnesota Twins, purple parallel 250. Here's William Contreras, Braves, first Bowman. Yeah, I honestly, you know, you have to kind of think the Braves have the best shot at winning it all. But sometimes just really unexpected stuff happens when you get into the playoffs. So I don't know. I don't know if the Braves will end up with it all or not, but it certainly seems like they would be well positioned to anyway. I'm still just kind of glad we ran out of calendar so my Cincinnati Reds didn't hit the 100-loss mark. We were not going to be far away, so I needed the regular season to end. You know what? Dane says I hate. Dane wrote, "I hate the Dodgers, but they're hot now." And I'm saying the Dodgers were hot last year too, but they didn't get it done. And I would arguably say that they were better last year, better positioned last year. Of course, then you're going to get the argument of, oh, well, now they've added Manny Machado, yada, 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 for this year. But I don't know. I like the Dodgers. I know you hate the Dodgers. I don't. I mean, I'm a Reds fan, but I also like the Dodgers. I lived in LA for a while. And I like them, but I just don't see the Dodgers doing it. I mean, maybe they will, but it doesn't seem to me that this is going to be their year. Yeah, Marty, I know. The Cubs just kind of fell apart, didn't they? But I think they'll be fine in the wild card game anyway, because it's at Wrigley, so I don't really think they're going to get eliminated in the wild card game. But yeah, it is surprising that they kind of went south the way they did. Oh, you're a San Francisco fan. Okay, I like Buster Posey. And I liked Kutch, but of course they traded for Kutch and then traded Kutch away. But I do like Buster Posey quite a bit. Purple, Shimmer, Kansas City Royals, Evan Steele. And this is numbered to 499 with a refractor for the Mets. And it's Guillorme, maybe? Louis Guillorme, or something not even remotely close to that, but pretend like it is. Our autograph, it is Kyle Cody, Texas Rangers, first Bowman. And another Shohei Ohtani base rookie went by. Seen a few of those coming around in Bowman Chrome. Arizona Fall League, Corey Ray. We pulled that nice 1-of-1 Corey Ray recently, autograph 1-of-1. And we pulled a 1-of-1 Mackenzie Gore, not autographed. Aaron Judge, Bowman Sterling continuity. And here is Mr. Gleyber Torres to 150 peaks of potential atomic refractor. Yeah. Yeah, I remember last year you had the Braves a lot, Marty, and you always hit stuff in them. You did really well too, and stuff like pulling like Chipper Jones and some of the older guys out of Triple Threads and Tier 1 and Museum Collection. And I remember you being in a lot of those. I think you did pretty well. But you're right, out of the current Braves, it seemed like last year it was mostly Freddie Freeman. This is Kevin Kiermaier, and it is our first orange color to make an appearance for the Tampa Bay Rays, number 225. Behind that, we have a little Shane Bieber to 250 for the Indians. And Marty, was it you last year that we pulled that Hank Aaron autographed jersey for? I think it might have been. And that's the last Hank Aaron autographed baseball jersey I pulled. Was that one from last year that I think went to you, if I'm remembering right. Ryan Helsley. And that is numbered to 150. St. Louis Cardinals, blue parallel. Which I know it seems weird that I would remember a jersey hit from last year because I can barely remember the ones from tonight. I do realize, I see the irony in that. But the thing is this, Hank Aaron is one of my favorite players. Hank Aaron and Johnny Bench are my two favorite players all time. So I tend to remember when I pull their stuff. And especially because I don't believe that I have pulled a Hank Aaron since then. Which is kind of crazy. So it was you. Okay, I thought it was. I thought it was. Hanging in your office. I love it. Dane, I think that Buster Posey's going to come back fine out of his surgery. I mean, in fact, I think he'll probably come back better because he won't be playing semi-injured. Because, you know, think about it. Hip and you're catching. I mean, that's got to be super uncomfortable. It's got to affect your level of performance, being in pain. And I'm sure he hadn't been playing pain-free in a long time. So from where I sit, I think Buster Posey will probably come back better than he's been in a while. Oh, you had up a Todd Gurley UGA jersey, but you replaced it with the Hank Aaron. I like that. I mean, I like your Gurley UGA too, but I like the Hank Aaron better. And speaking of Georgia, I have a question. Does anybody think that my Kentucky Wildcats can possibly hang with Georgia? Or do you think that we're going to get absolutely smoked? I mean, we're a few weeks away yet. It doesn't come until, I think, November the 3rd. So we've got A&M this week, and I don't know if we'll get out of A&M with a win or not. That one's kind of dicey, but I think we've got A&M, then a bye week, then Missouri on the road, I think. And then maybe the Georgia games after that. But if you had told me at the start of the season that we would even be considering the possibility that UK could hang with Georgia, I would have probably just laughed right at you. Turned out to be surprisingly resilient this year. And Tuna Nationals Purple Shimmer 655. Touki Toussaint. And an Arizona Fall League that went by there. The Braves have Cole Brannon to 499 with a refractor. You said Kentucky has a shot if Georgia plays the way they have the last two games. See, that's the danger of it, though. You know, I like Texas A&M. They had kind of a rough game, their last game. So then I think they're going to come back and just be ready to absolutely crush us. Whereas we won our last game, so we might be going in with too much confidence. I don't know. Brett Cumberland and the Braves. So sometimes I don't know which is worse, to catch somebody when they're on a winning streak or to go in on your own winning streak, because it can kind of can cut either way, really. Bowman Sterling Continuity, Rafael Devers. But you know what, Marty? I'll tell you this. After we do the break tonight, I'm going to upload the video like right away, as opposed to waiting like I normally do for the next day. Because normally I'm, you know, wrapping things up and getting ready to hit the hay and that sort of thing. But I'm going to stay up tonight and do it. Francisco Lindor to 499 refractor. Like, that's how much I think you need to watch and see what happened in National Treasures. This is Chase Pender to 499 for the St. Louis Cardinals, who are trying to slide away. That's what happens when you stack lots of things on top of each other when they're in slick little sleeves. They want to go sliding. But I caught them. I saw them trying to take off on me. All right. I have got, well, we've got 2 boxes left. So we're not quite ready to call on our last box mojo, but we're getting close. Yeah, I don't know how long it will take. You know, to upload it takes a little while. But, because what will this be? Like around a 2-hour break probably when we're done. So it takes a little while to upload it. But then YouTube does something, I don't know what processing is, but YouTube always gives me that message that they're processing it. And who knows what that even involves. But sometimes that takes longer than the upload does. But it won't, it won't show up on your side as available to view until they do whatever that is. Dane says I should just show him. Well, Marty, I could just show you. But isn't it more fun to watch it? But Marty, if you want to see it, I can just show you. But I guess I just think of it in terms of like how it is when I'm in a break. Like when I'm in somebody else's break. I always want to, if I have something big, I like to see it come out. I like to actually watch it happen. Because for me, that's part of the most fun of it. But everybody might not be that way. So yeah, Marty, if you want to just see it now, I can show it to you. And then you don't have to watch it if you don't want. I always just kind of try not to say too much because there are definitely, I have some people for sure that they've told me, look, I don't watch them sometimes for 2 or 3 days after the fact. So don't ever tell me what I've hit because I will go back and watch them eventually. So I'm like, okay, so I don't ever tell those people anything. I just wait for them to go watch it. But then other people don't mind, just want to see it like, right on, right away. Royce Lewis, there's a nice Bowman Sterling continuity for the Twins. But then I had one guy today, this was really strange, or I kind of thought it was. But someone had asked me, there's Francisco Mejia Refractor Indians 499. Someone sent me a message, I don't know, a week or so ago, just asking, I think the message said basically, what's up? Is my item ever going to ship or what? And it was a break for memorabilia where they hadn't hit. So I thought, okay, did they not know they were buying into a break or what? I look at their feedback. I see they've been in lots of breaks, so I can assume that, yeah, they do know what a break is. So I wrote them back and kind of explained and asked if they wanted their consolation card sent, whatever. Don't hear any answers, so I go on and mail it and send it. This is Guzman, Purple Shimmer to 655 for the Marlins. Get it out. They got it. They received it. Never heard a word back. The only message I had gotten up to that point was the one saying, is my item ever going to ship? John Duplantier for the Diamondbacks to 499. So then after they get the consolation card, which I mailed out with tracking and everything, they write me back, Michael Baez for the Padres, that's first Bowman, and ask me how come I didn't email them to tell them they hadn't hit anything. I thought that was a little unusual, but apparently, according to the message, this person doesn't ever watch the breaks. They just buy into breaks, don't ever watch them, and then wait for either something to show up in the mail or they expect that the person doing the breaking will each time email them and tell them if they hit something. So I thought, I've never encountered that in all the time I've done this, on both sides of it, buying and selling into breaks. I've never ever had somebody just not watch it at all ever and then kind of want to get an email message even when they don't hit. So I don't know, I thought that was interesting. So I said I would do it. If they want to do it going forward, they just have to remind me if they want a message saying they didn't hit anything. I wouldn't want a message saying I hit nothing because that would just make me feel bad. I would just be like, dang, you're rubbing it in. So yes, you're right. This is Last Box Mojo, Dane. Dane remembers we always call out Last Box Mojo and hope that it brings forth the fire that is our big hit. Of course, you know what? We have already had some pretty big hits tonight, so that's all right, though. There should be enough mojo left to still conjure us something, I think. Yes, indeed. We're going to wait and find maybe... Oh, we get the redemptions too, right? So we still have... Don't forget, we still got those two that can bring us a little mojo as well. So we're not out of... You're not out of options yet. Okay. Let's take a look here. Last box of the case. What's it going to bring to us? Burrows, Green Shimmer Tigers /99. And we have a purple White Sock, Moncada, 250. Here comes a little gold color headed our way for the Boston Red Sox. It is numbered to 50, and it's Hernandez. You knew I wasn't going to attempt that first name, right? I'm sure you did. Dustin May comes out for the Dodgers as our autograph hit out of mini box number 1 from Last Box Mojo. One left. Whoa. Bowman Sterling continuity. Definitely trying to jump the pile there. That is Ramos for the San Francisco Giants. Sorry about that, guys. It got away from me a little bit. It's a redemption here in last mini box. I saw him. Did you get a look at Carlos Correa? If you didn't, there he was. Aaron Judge. Yankees, refractor, 499. So, we have a few options for what our redemptions could be. Anybody want to take a stab at it before we flip them over? Get our other things up here that we'll be housekeeping and reviewing here momentarily. Of course, you know me. We're going to go to the checklist and we'll verify the teams after the fact. We're probably going to know all the teams, but I always go to the checklist and display it anyway. So this is the one that came out of Last Box. So let's see if Last Box Mojo lives on. Okay, it's Lucchesi. So that's Padres. So if you had the Padres, I guess you would say Last Box Mojo lives on. Before that, we have Francisco Mejia, Indians. But again, we'll verify them. And before that is, I can't say his name. Jonathan. I can't say it. I know that I can't say it. But sometimes I get closer than others. That time I was not going to get close at all. So it was best we just moved on. All right, we need to get down here and find everybody so we can verify them. So Joey was in a Bowman Chrome Prospect autograph. So he should be somewhere down here pretty soon. Here we go. So Joey, where are you, friend? Am I in the wrong section? Why don't I see him? There he is. Padres, as expected. Francisco Mejia, is he in here? No, he was in... Oh, but you know who should be in here is Jonathan. Did we already go past him? There he is. So, Yankees. And we've got to go to regular Chrome Rookie Autograph for our third one. There we go. Chrome Rookie Autograph will be Francisco Mejia. Indians. All right, so all pretty routine, all pretty much like we would have expected there. But now they're all happily verified. You know I always do that on screen. I even did that last year for Aaron Judge. The whole world knew Aaron Judge was a Yankee, but we still did it. We just did. So we're going to do a flip through of our color here. Of course, all the purple shimmers are numbered to 655, oranges to 25. That is to 150 on an atomic peaks of potential. Green is to 99. Gold is to 50. Blue is to 150. Purple without the shimmer to 250. Purple with the shimmer to 655. Refractors without color to 499. So I think that covers everything that we are going to look at here with our numbered items, cards. You know what I'm saying. It's late. You got to give me a little slack. I didn't sleep well last night, and it's late. Yeah, I don't know. I did not sleep well last night, though. Like one of those kind of, I don't know, full moon kind of things, although I'm sure it's not a full moon, but I just woke up all night long. Crazy. Now we're going to recap our hits. Of course, we had the Redemption, Indian Redemption, Yankee Redemption, Padre. To 499, it was a Cardinal. There's a Brave. To 150 is a Cardinal, a Ranger, a Brave, a Marlin. To 50, the Phillies, the Dodgers, the Royals. To 250, the Indians. To 499, the A's, the Dodgers, the Padres, the Royals, the Angels. To 499, the Royals, the Orioles, the Cubbies with an Arizona Fall League numbered to 150. That one a sticker auto. The Indians, the Diamondbacks to 99, and the Cardinals. So that's all of our breaks for tonight. I'll put up spreadsheet information one more time in case somebody wants a quick little pass through on that if you didn't see it before. And yeah, so let's get that up there. Take a look and see what's happening on the spreadsheet front. So this, again, shipping information, paid stuff projected to get out the door on or before Friday. And the free shipping breaks projected to get out the door on or before Monday. You guys know the drill about consolation cards. If you don't, it's written up there at the top, also in the auction description. And you can always send me a message if you have a question about any of that. This is the stuff that's coming up in the days ahead, already up and available on eBay for bidding. Tomorrow night, a half case of Gold Rush autographed baseball jerseys, a full case of Bowman High Tech, and another case of, you got it, Bowman Chrome. Wednesday is a big release day. We're going to start a little earlier at 9:30. We'll burn through a case of Topps Archive Signature Series, a case of Impeccable Basketball, a half case of Flawless Collegiate Football, and a master case, which is 2 8-box cases of Illusions Football. That's going to have 80 hits in it. You heard that right, 80. Yeah, because it's like a little over $2,000 worth of cards. So, or right about $2,000, maybe a little over. I don't know. I have to look at the invoice. But anyway, it's about that, and it's a lot of hits, and it's going to be fun. Thursday, we'll open a half case of Leaf autographed football jerseys. That will be the start of a new case. More Flawless Collegiate, more Impeccable Basketball, and more Archive Signature Series retired players. On Friday night, it will be a half case of autographed of what? Yeah, that's right, of autographed mini helmets. I'm like, wait, what are we doing? But why does that say number 4? Shouldn't it be number 5? That might be break number 5, and it just says number 4. I don't think it's really number 4, because it's not what we did tonight. Hold on a second. Ooh, whoops, nope, that wasn't right. That wasn't right. I took you to the wrong spot. Let me try to get to the break where we were tonight, is what I'm trying to do, because I think that might be break number 5. It is number 5. And see, you're asking, why does that matter? Well, it would matter for one reason only, because, you know, when you have a question about like, hey, is it the first half of the case or the back half of a case? Usually the odd numbers are the beginning of a case, and then the even numbers are the back side of the case, unless I've, you know, thrown in some unusual number in the mix. So that's why, because I was thinking, oh, that should be the start of a new case, and it will be, because it's really going to be break number 5. So autographed mini helmets, half case break number 5, start of a new case, Flawless Collegiate, a 4th case of National Treasures Baseball, and a 5th case of Bowman Chrome, all on Friday night. So we're chroming it up this week. On Saturday, we're also going to start early at 9:30. We'll do a hit parade, autographed baseball glove, hit parade, autographed full-size football helmet, a half case of Gold Rush autographed baseball jerseys, more Flawless Collegiate, and then we're going to do a master case of Goodwin Champions from Upper Deck. Keep in mind that is where you find autographs for the Upper Deck exclusive athletes. And they're all in there. So that's Ben Simmons and Michael Jordan and Miles Bridges, Serena Williams, Tiger Woods, Wayne Gretzky. I'm trying to think who else. Jose Santos, and there are others. But all of those are autograph possibilities. There's loads of other relics and cool things you can do in Goodwin Champions. It's kind of like Allen and Ginter, but it's not. Like Allen and Ginter is very baseball focused and it has other inserts with it. Whereas Goodwin Champions, if you've never been involved with it before, it is a wide variety of stuff. And it does have all of the Upper Deck exclusive athletes as possible pulls in there. So some nice potential hits. Shohei Ohtani is in there too, by the way, in regard to baseball. His autographs are possibilities in there. So it should be a cool break with Goodwin Champions. And again, that will be 2 8-box cases. We're going to do a 16-box master case there. And what else? What else? I think that's it, other than this, which unless somebody suddenly expresses some interest in this, we're just going to bail out on it. And I will continue listing them as half cases on eBay because I don't seem to be getting anybody with a lot of interest in breaking it as a full case. But if I suddenly have a big surge of interest and we fill this halfway up or more tonight, then we'll leave it as is. If we do not, that direct break, just we won't worry about, and they will instead all show up on eBay as half cases as opposed to the full case break that this would be. And I think that's got us covered. I don't think there's anything else that we've got to work on tonight. So thank you once again, everyone, for joining me. You can hear my little cat there is going crazy, walking through all the wrappers. He likes to get in there and play. So that was all that big noise. All right, so that's it for me tonight. Thanks once again, everyone, for joining. I appreciate you, Marty. I'm going to get that uploaded for you. Check it out, man. You're going to be happy. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye now.